It's Saturday, the 6th of February, and I'm Bob Joe.
And I'm Sally with Murphy's News Network, bringing you the latest news about the war effort.
Today, we will monitor the stock market as we watch various companies and factories grow to its peak potential. Right now, investors are eagerly buying stocks as prices shoot sky high.
In fact, investors estimate that our stock market will grow from $88.6 billion to $135 billion.
People who are unemployed before the war are now working vigorously in the field or in factories mass-producing weapons or other consumable goods.
In fact, war-related production has increased from 2% to 40%. Here's Fun Joe with more on the story.
Hello, I am Fun Joe here with Ryan Cheng, a worker from the GM factory. Ryan, can you tell us what's happening in the factories right now?
Well, our tragedy in Pearl Harbor in Hawaii on December 7, 1941 at approximately 8 a.m. resulted in the destruction of our destroyers, battleships, and submarines.
Oh wow, how tragic. So how long did the U.S. take to repair our Navy?
Because of the strength of our economy, we were able to rebuild our naval force within a couple of months by the spring of 1942. Our naval force was stronger than ever.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that. Our economy must be the greatest in the world. So can you tell us more about the weapons that the factories are producing for the war?
Well, this is a Browning M1917. It showed that it can chew through 20,000 rounds of ammo without a single malfunction.
Oh, can you show us how it works?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool. So, whoa, what's this?
Hey, you better not touch that. It's gonna kill you, little lady.
What is it?
It's a grenade.
Can you show us how it works?
Yeah, sure. Wow, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, it sure was.
Well, now we turn to Hillary Cheeseball interviewing investing expert Lorraine Cheng about more on the stock market.
Hello there, I'm Hillary Cheeseball, and here with me right now is investing expert Lorraine Cheng, who will tell us more about the stock market and to help you investors at home make the right decisions on where to put your money. How are you doing today, Lorraine?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So tell us more about the stock market.
Well, our stock market has been increasing dramatically since before. In my perspective, our economy should be the strongest in the world. As of now, I think it'll get even bigger.
That's good. What do you advise all the investors out there?
I advise all of them to definitely invest in war or factory stocks. And I also suggest all the people out there to buy war bonds.
So what are these war bonds? Can you tell our viewers more about them?
Well, these war bonds, the citizens could buy them to make a great contribution to our economy.
How long do you have to buy these bonds?
Well, you can purchase bonds throughout the war. Not only are war bonds a way for the people of America to help the economy, but they also reduce inflation. You get a 2.9% return after 10 years, and I suggest all the citizens of America to buy them.
That's a pretty good deal. That's all the time we have for you today, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Hillary Cheeseball.
Along with the growth of the stock market, the employment rate has increased.
Before the war, 1.2% of the civilian labor force was unemployed. However, during the war, people who were unemployed found jobs.
10.5 million people who couldn't have jobs or wouldn't have sought employment found jobs. Example of these would be African Americans and women.
Here's a clip of people hard at work in our country. So nice to see such hardworking people.
I know, it really motivates you. Hey Bob, why don't you join the army?
I will join the army. I won't be here next month.
I'm sorry to hear that. We're gonna miss you.
But I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna die.
Good for you. Anyway, so today we have a very special guest in our show. Please give it up for our very own president, Mr. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Hello, Americans.
So tell us, Mr. President, what can you tell us more about the economy?
Well, as of now, I hope our investors and our fellow Americans work together in order to support the war effort and help our soldiers get the upper hand in the battlefield. The money is used to buy more weapons and resources.
So is there anything you would recommend to our fellow Americans?
I strongly suggest Americans to support the war effort.
How can we support the war effort?
Well, I suggest women find jobs in hospitals to help the wounded soldiers. I also suggest men to join the war and support our nation.
Well, that's all the time we have today with President Roosevelt.
He's a really busy man.
Thank you for giving us such encouraging words.
And now we'll talk to Crystal Towns, who will tell us more about the economy.
Hello, Crystal. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling great, and you guys?
We're doing fine, thanks. Can you tell us your opinion on the economy?
Well, I've got to say the economy during the war is improving greatly. In my opinion, this war ended the Great Depression.
That's interesting. Why do you say that?
With the war, the unemployment problem virtually ended. Wartime production created millions of new jobs for people. Jobs mean money, and money makes everyone happy. During the Depression, prices for everyday goods were extremely high. However, with the creation of these new war bonds and general maximum price regulation, inflation is being controlled.
Wow, that's great news. Now it's time for a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back after this.
And we're back with Crystal Tam giving us her opinion on the economy.
So tell us what's going on with these labor unions.
Basically, labor unions are organizations of workers who have banded together to achieve common goals in key areas. Labor unions and their members benefited especially. The NWLB's maintenance of membership rule allowed unions to count all new employees as union members and to draw union dues from those new employees' paychecks.
Oh yeah, given that most new employment occurred in unionized workplaces, the maintenance of membership ruling was a fabulous boon for organized labor, for it required employers to accept unions and improve unions to grow dramatically.
That's right. Organized labor expanded from 10.5 million members in 1941 to 14.75 million in 1945. By 1945, approximately 35.5% of the non-agricultural workforce was unionized, a record high.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, that's all the time we have for Crystal today.
Be sure to join us next week for more information about the war effort.
I'm Sally.
And I'm Bob.
And this has been Murphy's News Network.